Hello and welcome everyone to this new YouTube video, and congratulations everyone for making it till here. I know you all are excited, and finally we are going to create our new test plan. And to creating our new test plan, we have taken a sample API from request-response.in. Everyone including me and you can access this API for testing purpose. It's public API and it's meant for testing. But if you are using some other API as well in your company, you can replace this API with your own API depending on your choice, but everything will be same. We are going to set up everything in JMeter. We are going to set up how to set the thread group. We are going to learn how to set the listeners. We are going to learn how to hit the request. How can we increase the number of requests? Everything which is required to run the performance test of a certain API is covered in this video. So let's not further waste our time and let's start the video. So I'm here and this is request-response.in. This is a website where you can also check, and over here you can, when you come, you can get the list of the API. This entire list we are going to use in our entire series. You can see we have few get APIs which we can hit and test. We have few post APIs, we have put APIs, patch API, delete API, and we have other post APIs as well. And for further, we have get for delayed response as well. Everything one by one we will see in the upcoming videos, but currently let's start and let's set up everything in our performance testing JMeter. Okay, all right. So what API we are going to use? We are going to use this API. You can see request-response.in/API/users and question mark page equal to 2. Okay, so this is our query parameter. This is our entire path. I will tell you how to do it, don't worry. Okay, so now let's go to our JMeter. So first of all, when you open JMeter, you will see a screen like this as seen in the last video. Now you will see a test plan. You can name your test plan whatever you want to. The very first step is to name your test plan. So I'm naming it as DWA, which is developed with Aakash. And then after you have named your test plan, let's start creating it. So to create, you right click on test plan and you click on add. So the very first thing which you need to add is threads, which is users. I've already explained that thread means users. So forget config element, listener, timer, preprocessor. These are later thing. The first thing which you need is users, because when you have an API, what do you need to do? You need to hit the API. To hit the API, you need users, you need thread. So first thing, you set up thread, and over here you click this thread group. Okay, so now when you have clicked the thread group, the things will come like this. You can see this screen. You can name your thread group. I will name it as thread group only. Let's not change this name. Number of threads. Why this is important? Because this particular number decide how many user will simulate the API. For example, I have this API request-response.in and page is equal to 2. So when I just hit enter on this API, it means I am one user and I have hit this API once. So just like that, there can be multiple users like me who will hit this API. So this thread basically decides that how many users will hit the API at once, and they will keep on hitting it until we stop it, right? So let's take 5 users to start with. So let's say there are 5 users who will hit this API simultaneously, and they will not hit it only once. I want them to hit it continuously for 5 minutes. That for I come here, I hit enter, then hit enter, enter again. So I will continuously hit it, and 5 different users like me will hit them. What is ramp up period? I will come back to this later. Let's make it 0 for now, or null, and let's make loop count also as null. So now let me tell you, when I make loop count as null, what does it mean? And I can make it as infinite as well. So just now I was telling you that thread group means users. So when one user, how many times you want that user to hit that particular API? So for example, I have 5 users and I want that each user should hit the API at least, or not at least, exactly 3 times, or exactly 2 times, or exactly 1 times. So based on your choice, whatever you want, you can change this number. But I will tell you what to keep this number. For now, let's keep it null. Okay, I'll tell you why I'm keeping it null, and let's make it as infinite. But what does it actually mean? It means this 5 users will keep on hitting this API, until I stop it manually, right? Okay, so number of threads is clear, loop count is clear. Loop count is how many times the user will hit the API. Let's come back to ramp up period again. Now what is ramp up period? Ramp up period basically decides that if you have 5 users over here, ramp up will decide after how many seconds how many thread should be up. Let's make it more clear. So let's say if I have 10, or let's take it 5 only, and I keep the ramp up as, let's say, 10 seconds. Okay, so it means that in this 5 users, as soon as I click on the play button, the first user will be active over here. You will be able to see a 0 by 5. When I run, you will be able to see 0 by 5, and as soon as I click play, you will see 1 by 5, and just after 10 seconds you will see 2 by 5, then 20 seconds you will see 3 by 5, 40 seconds you will see 4 by 5, 50 seconds you will see 5 by 5. Now after 50 seconds all the 5 threads are up. What did we actually simulate? We actually simulated that the first user came, after 10 seconds the second user came, after 10 seconds the third user came, again after 10 seconds the fourth user came. And please note that after a user is coming, he is not dropping. So at the first second the first user came, and the 10th second the second user came, but the first user is still active and he is still hitting that API. So you can understand, at a certain ramp up I'm increasing the user from 0 to 5, and they will keep on hitting the API. So this is the meaning of ramp up period. Now it totally depends upon your company's requirement if they want ramp up or not. That you need to make it clear with your product managers. For now, or for learning purpose, let's make it, for example, 5 seconds. So after every 5 seconds users will be up. Or if you want to see a significant difference, then we can make it 10 seconds as well. Not a big deal. Okay, let's move ahead. Now let's create our actual HTTP request which will send the request. So I go to thread group, I right click on it, I click on add, then under add you will see sampler, under sampler you will see HTTP request. So this is the exact module which is responsible for sending the request to this particular API. So let's do it. Add sampler HTTP request. As soon as I click on HTTP request, a screen like this will come. Okay, you will be able to see this type of screen, basic, advanced. You can name as HTTP request, don't change the name, not necessary. If you want, you can change the name. Now what are the important things that we need to look into this? The first thing which you need to check is whether it is a GET API, whether it's a post API, head, put, option trace, delete, patch, whatever is your API type, you have to select this. So for now, to start with, what we are starting with, this particular API. Okay, list users or single user. So this is your particular API we are starting with. So this is a GET API. I will keep it as GET. Now we need to give the path. We need to give the path of the API. What is the path of the API? This exact thing is the path of the API. But you have to be very careful when you are giving the path. I will tell you how to give it. Let's copy this first of all. I have copied this path. I come here. I paste this over here. Now this entire path should not go here. Although I have kept it here, I will remove it. How you have to divide the path? You can see HTTPS. So HTTPS you have to keep here. Okay, depending on what is the protocol, if it is HTTP or if it is HTTPS. Our is S, so I will keep it HTTPS here, and then remove this thing. Okay, now server name or IP name. So what is server name or IP name? Only this first part is called as server name or IP name, which is the home page of that particular API. Okay, so I will just keep the first part, and I will just take the last path and I will just cut it. Okay, and I will put it here. So now you get it how it is working. HTTPS request response.in is our website name, and this is the path where we want to go and where we want to hit, and that's it. Simple, done. We have set up the HTTP request successfully. Next what you need to do, you need to set up the listeners, because now our things are ready. I can just hit the play button and I can see the threads and I can see that the request is going. But how do we get the output. To get the output, we need to have something, we need to have a report. So to that report, you can click on thread group, right click on thread group, add, and then you go to listener. Now what are the listeners for now it is required? I will go with the very simple ones, but in the entire series we will explore all of them one by one. But to start with, we will take view result tree first of all. Again click, right click, add, listener. We will take summary report. Summary report also tells us many things. Again right click, add, listener. And after listener we will have graph results as well. We will also understand how to how to understand this graph result, how to understand the summary report, and how to understand the result tree. But now this is not our scope. Now our scope is to first of all run the API and see the results are coming or not, and after that we will understand this graph, summary, and result tree, everything. But for now you need to just understand that this tree will just give you the output. It is just a screen so that you can get the output over here. Okay, cool. So you can see you have get API, you have set up the path, and you have set up the URL and everything. Now let's run the API. Time to run. Okay, you see how many threads we have kept. We have threads 5. We have used 5 thread. You will see this is 0/2. This was my last run. Now it will become 0/5, then 1/5, 2/5. You will be able to see all of this. You can also see the logs. If you want to see the logs, you go to option, you go to log viewer, and you open the logs over here. Alright, let's run it. Let's click run. Okay, I have clicked run. Can you see 1/5, 2/5, and again, after every 10 seconds it is increasing, 4/5, and now it is 5/5 finally. If you want to see the logs, you can monitor the logs as well. See started thread group number 1, all thread group has been started, thread started 1, 2, thread started 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5. So all the thread has been started and running the test. You can see the logs are coming and there is no error for now. So it is that's it only. Now if you come here and you see view result tree, okay, in view result tree you see something is wrong. These are giving red color request, and what it is saying, 420, which is too many requests. So basically it's telling us that you are giving us too many requests. Probably this API is not supporting that much of request. So let's modify this a little bit. Let's stop it for now. Let's clear it. Let's go here. Our program is run. If you have API, you are following the same step, your API will run. It is just that this API is blocking and this is telling that don't give so many requests at once. So let's just reduce the number of requests. How can we reduce the number of requests? Instead of infinite, let's make it a number. Let's take it 5, because in infinite that when I click on infinite, it says that 5 users will infinitely times hit the API, but that is not the case. I want one user hit the API 5 times, so 5 user will hit the API 25 times, and simple. Now let's run it. Let's go to view result tree. Now you can see all we are getting the success response. Right now the API is not blocking. You can see when you click on any green, we are in view result tree. I will explain you view result tree, summary report, graph result, everything in the next video, but for now you can see our results are successful and we are able to see the result. Alright, so yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have any doubt, feel free to comment or reach out to me. I will be available for you guys at any time, any moment. I'm there for you. I hope you like the video. You can consider liking or subscribing. Until then, I will see you in the next video where we will discuss about how to read this response, how to read the header, how to read the summary report, how to read the graph result, and everything. Until then, goodbye. Take care.